Hello and welcome to part 13. So let's move on. Let's select this edge loop here and then try something, a mesh fill hole. So go to object mode, hit 3 on the keyboard, so we still have an issue here when we smooth it. So let's select the face here again and do an extrusion. Hit R to scale and scale it a little bit in all here from the center on, and then an X scale it out a little bit more, and okay, I think we have to do some minor tweaks here by hand. Just undo some steps here. Okay, maybe this isn't the smartest idea. Okay, yeah, that's, something that happens. So again, select that edge loop. And then we try to do another extrusion here. And let's try to extrude it like, we still have issues. So, the overlapping geometry here, but that's what we can fix right now. So I select this little vertex here, shift select this one, and then take a move tool, move it a little bit back, and then R to scale it out, and then take this one and the corresponding one here, hit W for move, and again scale. So just to get rid of the overlapping faces, so I select this vertex here and then the corresponding one, this move tool, move it a little bit here. So that should definitely help. Hit 3 on the keyboard. It does. We still have some. Hard to see, but still have some issues. Okay, so let me select this one here and this one, and then scale so that we even the overall edge flow. I should select this one. Okay, so let's check it out. Go to object mode, hit 3. Yep, that helped. Okay, so now I'm gonna do select the edge loop here, and then again go to mesh, say fill hole. Now let's check it out with the 3 on the keyboard. Yeah. Well, that's not the prettiest edge flow here, but it works. If it looks good, it is good. Alright, so let's delete the history. And now we are going to create that piece that's under that poti, that knob. Let's create a go to create and then polygon primitives, and then you find something that is called a, where is it? Pipe. We are going to create a pipe. We give it a little bit more definition on the axis, so let's stay at 32. We don't need subdivisions height. Let's check out, let me show all. And now let's turn on Alt 5, turn on wireframe unshaded, and then select our finished poti and the pipe, and then Control G to group both, and then move the group to the center of one of those sockets, or so with the group. Let me check it from the top view, hit F to frame in on that, so I just want to check if the center of the group is in the center of that pipe, just to make sure that we get it where we want it. So, so move the group in, what is it, X, and then V middle mouse to vertex snap or point snap to this part, and then move it in Z, and then hover over one of those vertices, press V middle mouse and snap it. So I know that the knob has the perfect size, so hit Q to exit that move tool, and then we take only that pipe we created, and then hit R, and then we scale it down. So from the top view we should see it a little bit better. So it's somewhere very close to the border. Somewhere about here. And then let's bring it down. So it's sitting right. Okay, let's to have a better view, so select that knob, that pipe, hit Alt H, and then only select the pipe, move it down so that it sits exactly there. We could hit F to frame in on that, go to side view. We could snap it there, so let's change the pivot. Hold down V, move the pivot up and Y, and then simultaneously, so still hold D, then V together, and then middle mouse over one of those vertices here on top, and then release everything on the keyboards and move it in Y, then press only V and snap it down here to one of those vertices at the bottom of that knob. Okay, let's go in here and say face mode. So we select all those faces, and then we say let me go to perspective view so I can show you better what I want to do. So I want to delete the faces down here, so I selected all the faces besides the part I want to delete, and then I go to select and say inverse, so the shortcut would be Control-Shift-I, and then hit delete on the keyboard, because I don't need geometry down there. And then let's go to this, let's check out here. We don't even need the faces inside here. So select one of this face, Shift double one face, select, and then Shift double click the next one, so the face ring is selected, or face loop, and then delete it. We don't need it. I'm writing. So we're gonna select this edge loop and put a bevel on it. Let's dial up the segments to something like 3 and lower the fraction to a point. Let's dial in 0.2. I think that's still not 0.1. 0.05. Okay, so I think that comes closer to reality. Object mode, hit 3 on the keyboard to smooth. Press Alt 5. And then let's check out an image. We can see better what's going on there. Maybe top view. Okay, so I think that bevel is great, but we have to scale it down a little bit more, if I see it right. So there's some distance between the case and that piece. All right, so let me minimize that. Show all. Hit Alt 5 to get back the wireframe unshaded, and then go back to the top view. Select our pipe, which is still in smooth mesh preview, and then hit R to scale. And now I don't want to scale it in all 3 dimensions. And let me try to explain it. If I scale it from in all 3 dimensions, it's gonna create that distance between something is in the way. The distance between the knob and it should do that. No, because I got the pivot on top. Well, then we could scale it from the center on, because we got the pivot on the top of that pipe. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so why not scaling it then from the center? Because we are not scaling from the center, but that doesn't really matter. So let's keep some distance between the case of our magic acid sound box, and then check it from the perspective view. Hit Q to exit. Okay, so we definitely have to check out some image again, or another image. So we have to move it up more. Okay. But in the end, yeah. It's looking good so far, so let me smooth this one, and then hit Alt 5 to turn off wireframe unshaded. Yeah, looks so... I'm just wondering about the... Hit Alt 5, so the whole thing is sitting way too low in the socket. And that's what I don't really understand now, because I measured everything. Maybe we have to do some corrections, but for now I think we are almost done with this part, and then we go on in the next video. See you then.